The sun dipped low behind the ancient stone walls of the village. Inside the sanctuary, Pastor stood at the pulpit, his eyes scanning the congregation. Next week, we will discover who truly understands the love of Christ. Miriam and James sat in the front row, their posture rigid with pride. But outside the heavy wooden gate, the real test had already begun. Mama Grace huddled against the biting cold, reaching out a trembling hand. Miriam immediately began rehearsing her hymns, her mind filled with melodies. On Monday, as she hurried past the church gate, she saw her. Mama Grace whispered, "My daughter, a piece of bread?" But Miriam only tightened her grip on her shawl. Her heels clicked sharply against the stones, a rhythmic rejection. She did not look back, convinced that her devotion was measured by music. To her, the poor were merely a distraction from her spiritual goals. Tuesday brought a different test in the crowded marketplace. James crossed the square, scribbling notes for a sermon on spiritual devotion. Suddenly, a small boy tugged at his fine robe, his face smudged with dirt. "Sir, please, just a crust of bread," the child pleaded. James did not see a soul in need. He saw an interruption. "I am busy preparing for the Sabbath," he muttered, stepping over the child. The week passed while the true cries for help went unanswered. Sunday arrived with a blinding, unforgiving light. The church was packed. Pastor stood before the silent crowd, two brown envelopes resting on the altar. He called Miriam and James forward. Miriam beamed with pride, but the pastor's voice cut through the silence like a blade. "Did you see Mama Grace?" Miriam's smile vanished instantly. "Did you feed the children at the market?" James stared at his sandals, his face burning with a sudden hot shame. The back door creaked open. Mama Grace walked in, supported by an usher. They stood in the center of the aisle, a living testament to needs ignored. Inside was only a note. "Love is not just words, it is action." Miriam fell to her knees, her tears staining the stone floor. James reached out and helped Mama Grace stand. They walked out of the church together, back to the marketplace. They bought loaves of fresh, warm bread and sat on the dirt floor, sharing them with the children. As they listened to Mama Grace's stories, the true altar was not made of wood or stone. Love had moved from their lips to their hands.